you with the box. What was in the box? What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp the Limp, and I'm here with one I am very excited to finally have on the table in front of you. It's taking me a little while to get to it, but I'm finally getting caught up on a few things. And I've got In a Dark Wood, Thin Red Line Games. This is the fourth module of their C3 series. Now, we're going to be doing a little review on this one later, but I wanted to do a quick poke, just let you guys see what all comes with this game. And the lid is kind of shiny, so I'm trying to avoid the light. But look at that. Something about Thin Red Line Games. All their covers to their box art is just great. It's phenomenal. It conveys a lot with very few tones of color. They're all dark. They all have this just brooding feel to them. And usually I don't care too much about the cover of the box. I don't want to know what's in it. But I've always liked their boxes. They just look good on the shelf. Another good one. Really, really awesome. Like the art style they've gone for. So what all do we come with in the box? Of course, we've got our little drug dealer starter set of baggies, a couple of D10s, and I like this one. I like the marbled green. Green's my favorite color. We have our action card deck that I don't know what it does yet, but we're going to find out because we're going to play a little C3. This is going to be my first time with their C3 product. I have played their 1985 series multiple times. Always highly regarded that series. Such a good game series. Such an awesome game. And their the Fate of All with their ancients there. They really are just some of the best wargaming that you can find nowadays. I mean, the creme de la creme, the just top notch. Nothing extra, nothing superfluous, just what you need in the box for a really deep game. Now, these, the Thin Red Line games, you don't get this because you're an intro war gamer. This is what you get when you've been doing it for a few years and you want to sink your teeth into something meaty. What is this? So we've got a rule book and we got a scenario book. What is the white book? What is the white book here? Battlefield Operations. Is this kind of like a example? I think this is a big example of play. I think that's what this is. Yeah. It uses play examples to very nice. Very nice. This is something they included in the Fate of All that really made that game so much easier to get started with. Was a little booklet that walked you through some plays, some examples of play. And it really gave you a good grasp of the rules, because it's one thing to read these rule books, but it's another to see it spelled out. You're moving from din, 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 din. This unit's doing this. This is the modifiers. This is why they have these modifiers. These are the charts you're going to roll on. This is excellent. This is excellent. Great thing for them to include in there. And that's what I'm talking about. It's all about the player and giving them one hell of an experience. But again, you can tell by looking at their scenario booklets. God, they are deep. They are deep. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This is scenario one, man. This is scenario one. Oh, bumping my camera here. This is scenario one, and you've got so much stuff going on here. See, NATO reinforcements. These are the assets they're going to start with. Event cards. Electronic. Yeah, this was reminding me a lot of 1985 and the way they've got their scenario booklets laid out. But it's a lot of densely packed information. It is very, very dense. That's what I'm saying. This is not your first war game. This is not a war game that you start in your first year of gaming. This is something you get into when you've been doing it for a little while and have some experience under your belt. Yeah, it looks like a lot of these scenarios only use sections of the map. I wonder how many full ones that they have. Oh yeah, full campaign. It looks like they got more than one campaign. How many campaigns does this thing have? 2, 3? Nope, got a couple of campaigns. Full campaigns, the main problem. Ooh, God, I want to set that up. Oh, and all of these, this is the 4th module. They're working on the 5th module. And you can play all these together. You can play all of those games together, and these focus on the C3. Was it communication, control, and something? I forget the third one. Basically, the logistics of everything. The rule book is not overly large. How many pages? 23 pages, but remember, some of this is going to be included in the scenario booklet, I believe, as well. Yeah, additional scenario rules. So it picks right up here. And how many more pages are we adding with that? Not too many. 13-ish pages are additional on top of this. So what are we at? 23? It's not too bad. You got about 36, 37 pages worth of rules in total. But again, you can tell by looking at their rule book that it really doesn't have anything extra. I do like that they included a few pictures so you can see exactly what they're talking about. Like, for example, here, headquarters units. They include a picture of a headquarters unit. That's all I need. That's all. This is the unit we're talking about. This makes sense to me. Nothing extra, just the basics, just what you need to get into the game. All right, good deal. And we should have a buttload of play. Oh, God, yeah. Their charts and tables. They don't do player aids. They have little booklets that have all their charts. But we have a few player aids, and this should have stuff like our, let's see, ground combat chart, combat support points, modifiers, ground combat sequence. Oh, good grief. Oh, it's going to be deep. This is going to burn the little bit of brain that Gimpy has left. Syntag, Sector 2, Order of Battle. Kind of flows out the different units there for you. And we've got the Central Front, Sector 2, Order of Battle. And again, everything to make you feel like a real general. Warsaw Pact, Time Track, Command Points, Engineer Points, Electronic Warfare Points, and Air Points. And we've got one of those for each side. And then in these, we should have two charts and tables. And this is going to have all that meaty information. Movement table, all the modifiers for your movement, which their movement is not the generalized movement that you have in other war games. Their movement has a lot more going on underneath the hood. You've got different types of movement, and then not just the different types. So you got mechanized, motorized, foot, and then the different types of movement they can be in. So column, tactical, or deployed, which is going to affect their combat stats, and then of course their movement stats. So you see like a terrain effects chart here, a lot more than just a couple simple columns to worry about. Postures. This is a new word for me. I don't think postures were in, well, no, they are in 1985. And it's been a little while since I played that one. Orders chart. Bombardment table. Ooh, I'm going to have fun with that one. Interdiction. AA fire. Modifiers. Detection level. Yeah, there's good and bad with this. I do like that they have all their charts together, so you don't have to go fishing for them. It is kind of a little pain. You have to flick through the book instead of just holding up a single player aid, but at least I know I've got everything right here that I'm going to need. Ground combat table. And again, look at that. Look at that table. This is not, Grandpa's beer and pretzel table here. Attack combat support, defender combat support, disengagement table, air points table, resupply table. This is, and now you see as I'm naming this shit off, why I say this is not beginner friendly. And it's not that you can't learn it. Of course, anyone can learn this game, but if you're brand new to war games, it's probably not the one to start on. Yeah, electronic warfare. Oh, yay. Nuclear attack table. I love nuclear attacks. And we got some pretty pictures down here at the bottom, all different units and admin counters, and then the different formations that we can have, unit sizes, nationality. Oh, more pictures. Yay. Silhouettes, which will help because I can't name all that shit off the top of my head either. And postures flow chart. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. I don't think I have experience with the postures thing. I may or may not. I'll have to Have to dig into the rules on this one. Oh, sequence of play. Yeah. Weather, events, air points. And they always do their air first in their game. Side 1, all their stuff, and then side 2 does their thing. Orders reveal. So reveal, order. Oh, yay. Order chits. That's going to be awesome. Execute them. Orders issue phase. So issue new orders. Engineering phase, attrition. And then the electronic warfare bombardment movement phase. Interesting. Movement phase down over. Oh, interesting. All right, let's quickly take a look at our counters that come with the game and a few of these maps. And they always have nice looking maps. All right, so just a few counter sheets here to go through. Looks like a bunch of admin counters. Love these. Nuclear. Yeah, buddy. And I have no clue what these are just by looking at them. H0s, H6s, H12s. No clue. Got to read the rules, figure that one out. We got dog tag counters. Interesting. Mind bridges, defense works, electronic warfare, helo. I wonder if these are represented for like steps. That might be what these counters are. And here we're getting into some of the units. A few more admin counters over here. And then we've got our unit counters. And you see the silhouettes, and I do like how they have them listed down in that charts book. That way you can look up what these silhouettes mean, just in case you don't know. Very nice. And backside, we've got some more units. Mostly mechanized, helo, artillery, missiles, some transports. Good looking stuff. Dang, no, that's not a command unit, is it? Might be. I have to look that up. Those guys should be engineers. And I forget what the half circles are. We've got some of our NATO units. And a few admin counters over here, again with the silhouettes to help you understand what you're looking at. And a few, last one of NATO units. Good looking counters. They don't look too complex. It looks like we're going to mainly be worrying about just the 2 numbers. My guess is maybe attack and defense, or strength and defense, or maybe strength and movement points. I'm guessing, I haven't, like I said, I haven't touched on the rules yet, but I'm guessing that is attack strength and movement points. And then some of these have numbers in the middle, which should be ranged indirect fire weapons. That would make sense. All right, let's take a look. How many maps we got in here? Should be a couple, I believe. Or is it just one big one? Oh, we just got one big one. Holy crap, one big one. No kidding. No kidding. Look at this. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, look at that. God, it fills the whole camera. I'm going to have to back up on this one a little bit. We got West Germany here. Oh, look at this. We got some airports. Looks like roads, major highways, rivers, city areas. And these look similar to the 1985 series, but they are different enough that you can tell the difference between the 2 of them. But I have always liked Thin Red Line Games maps because they're kind of the same way that they do their games. They have everything you need to know with nothing extra on the map. Just the important information right here for you. Only one map comes with it, but again, it covers different sections, and you can actually butt these maps up against each other if you have the first, the second, and third modules. You can play out the whole thing if you want to, but that would be one hell of a game doing all that together, because this is a large map. Good material, poster type material, but it's a little bit thicker than your standard. It's not cardstock, but it's just under cardstock and above poster material. But telling from the creases that are here, you don't see any of like the white showing through. So material strong enough to hold up to being folded and unfolded without starting to tear just a bit. Actually, you see just a tiny bit of what I'm talking about, a little white dot right there where it's been folded, but the most part, all of it looks really good. So I'm not anticipating having any problems with this. So I am going to get this one onto the table and do a proper review of it here very soon. You guys stay tuned for that. FYI, I don't remember if I mentioned it in the beginning or not, but they were nice enough to send me a copy of this game. So FYI, before I do the review, I'll mention it there again, but just in case. So that's going to be it for me on this one. You guys make sure you stay tuned to the to the channel, not the counter, the channel. I've got some giveaways coming up for you guys, some digital video games that I have gotten some codes for that I'm going to be giving away. One real big release, awesome game. Not war game per se, third-person shooter, but it's really good, highly rated. And if you're into things in the 40,000 era, you will definitely want to stay tuned for a chance to win the code to that game. All right, that's going to be it for me. You guys take care. I'll catch you in the next one.